Hi everyone, and welcome to the Irish Art Show, broadcast from the Scientology Community Centre. Tonight we continue our highlighting of local artists, and we're delighted to welcome painter Anna Lyons, who will tell us about her unique journey to becoming the professional artist she is today. You're very welcome, Anna. I'm really looking forward to interviewing you here on the Irish Art Show this evening.
I'm looking forward to telling my story, my journey.
Your journey and sharing your wonderful art here.
It's all my own imagination.
Yeah. It's incredible. I'd like to obviously start back in your childhood, obviously, because you say that you had a creative, artistic, vivid imagination as a child. Tell us more about that. I just love that. It sounds so wonderful.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was the freedom, you know. You were out for the day. You were called in for your dinner in the evening time. So there was no clock watching as such. This was, you know, summertime. You were on your summer holidays from school and picking blackberries, you know, picking out different things to play with. My dad and mum were both salespeople, but they worked, they had their own hobbies. And my mum would have always had leftover material, so I dressed up and danced on rainy days and used my imagination to, you know, play.
Was your mum artistic?
She would have been creative in her own way.
Yeah.
To me, artistic or art, that word to me is quite limiting. I think, to me, I prefer creative, because I think everyone is creative. We all have our own gifts. It's just how we use them, or, you know, I express myself through art. I'm very comfortable expressing myself through art. And I feel I say very little. My art says it. It's the colour, and
it's fantastic. It's so vibrant and beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, you say that as a child there was a painting on the wall of your mum. And in later years, when you were painting yourself, you decided, which I love, you wanted to capture her inner beauty, passion and kindness. And we're now looking over here at your mum.
Yes, yeah.
Your beautiful mum.
Yeah.
I mean, it just says it all. I can actually feel your mum's energy and almost her personality coming from that.
It's just the softness, and it's she has a shawl around her shoulders, and it's just that nearly a bear hug. Whereas the artist that would have painted my mum in her 20s, it was a very upright position. It was a beautiful painting, but it didn't capture my mum's personality. And you wouldn't kind of know her from that, but you would know, even if you'd never met her, you'd know.
Well, I can feel everything about her. I can feel the warmth, I can see the twinkle in her eyes.
And the sense of fun, and
she just, I'm almost waiting to have a conversation with her there.
That's it. And she loved meeting people.
Yeah.
She was a salesperson, so she was quite happy to meet people, but there wasn't enough hours in the day. She was flower arranging. She, you know, when she retired, she just was a creative person.
Yeah, she kind of just, it's well done. It's just a stunning portrait of your mum. And then, of course, we go to the very sad news, life-changing news.
Yes.
For anyone who's lost a parent.
Yeah.
Your mom died.
Yes.
And left a huge void and loss to you. Which I'm sure you still carry in some ways.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell us about that, because she's so vibrant and that you can't even imagine that. So tell us about how
it all happened very quickly. Her death, and it took a long time you never really come to terms with it, but it was just, I always find with my art, sometimes it comes out in a different way. And I painted a painting, I called it Enchanted Forest, or in real life it's Massy Wood.
Yes.
Because I love hill walking. And when I thought about it, I thought, that's like my mum's
This is here, isn't it behind us here?
It's just here behind
Yes,
you. You're
behind us,
actually
yes.
in the wood. You're in
Yes.
Massey Wood now, or the Enchanted
That
Wood,
sounds great.
as I prefer to call it. And
Why
this,
Massey Wood, actually? Just I
well,
know.
it's only up the road from where I live, so
Right.
I mean, it's on our doorstep. So,
is it
why
called,
wouldn't you?
Is it the area Massey, is it?
Yes,
the woods
yes,
are
and there's a
called-
lot of history,
Right.
you know, which I love as well, but that's another story.
Yes.
But I prefer to call it, I suppose, an enchanted wood, because it links, it's connected back to my childhood. Because in my childhood, literally across the road, there would have been brambles and bushes, and there was like a little tunnel. The hours of fun, you know, you were creating just a magical place. And when you go to Massey Wood or any wood, you just lose yourself. But the reason with the Enchanted Forest was my mum was like this giant redwood tree. We all looked up to her. She was our signpost. She was everything to us. And then she was felled down in her prime, literally. And it was a huge loss. But in latter years, like in a forest, you know, when a tree comes down, it does let in the light. And in a sense, I was living in my mum's shadow, and I've eventually came out of that shadow and came into my own. And I feel she would be proud.
I love the way you describe that. Is that almost like the tree was shading,
Yes. Yeah.
shading the light.
Yeah, yeah.
And then-
because when you look up to, like, she was my best friend, she was my mum, she was so many things. And when a person like, look, she's still with me, you know. But when a person like that goes, it's very hard to quantify. So that's why it came out in another way through my art. I didn't plan it that way. A lot of my art isn't planned. It's spontaneous, it's just organic.
And it is a shadow on your life,
Yes.
you know, and it does take time to actually
does,
see
yeah,
see
very
any
much so.
kind of light
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You know, it really
Yeah.
takes time to
yeah.
do that.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
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 But you know, your mum would be so proud.
Oh,
You know,
listen.
yeah, so
yeah.
proud.
And this is her jacket.
I was,
so,
you know, I was.
yeah.
That was my next. I was just going to say, and I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful that you wore her jacket this evening.
Yeah, yeah, it goes everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
for occasions.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Every day is an occasion. There's no point in saving things for anything because, you know,
But it's bringing her here
it
this
is.
evening.
Absolutely,
You know?
yeah.
And then as an adult, actually, you learn to play piano.
Yeah.
Your appreciation and dedication. Oh no, you appreciate. Sorry, the dedication, effort, and emotion that singers and musicians bring to the table. So you obviously wanted to take that on board as well.
Yeah, because I hadn't got the opportunity to learn music as a child. And my daughter had just started school. And I thought, what do I want to do for me? So I went off and learned piano. Now, I very quickly learned I wasn't a natural musician. But I do love that musicians, singers, they bring an emotion. And you can hear a song and you're carried. And that's, for me, my art. It speaks an emotion for me. You can look at it and think, what is it? There's always a story behind my art. It's never what you see. There'll always be a backstory.
And that's why I want to take you now to this beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful painting. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called Waves.
Yes,
Is that right? It's
yeah.
just gorgeous.
Well, actually, yes. I mean, technically, I suppose it's called Waves because, you know, that's what you see.
yes.
But to me, I entitled it Music to My Ears because I love the sound of the sea, the ocean. I mean, it's so soothing.
But it is music to your ears, isn't
It
it?
is music to my
at
ears, yeah.
At the ocean, there's something
and you can,
amazing.
you know,
about
you
it.
can close your eyes and you can hear the waves crashing in. That's all you need to hear.
You almost get lost
Yeah,
in the sound of the waves.
Yeah,
that's a great sound. That's a great title, actually.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
beautiful, and the colours and
Well, I
the
love my
depth.
colour.
Yeah, the depth, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the wave is just,
Yeah, thank you.
it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, you know, you were juggling work.
Yeah,
Motherhood on top of that
Yes.
is always great. Finding time for you. you know, is always really important. To find, you know, to keep yourself,
Yeah.
you know, a bit of self-care there. So you joined an art class.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did that come about? Did you just think, I'll join an art class?
No. Because it's
yeah, so,
again, it's just a process, I suppose.
So how, were you, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Were you painting before you drew, were you at the art class, or how did that work out?
Well, no, to be honest, I wasn't painting, but I was creative in other ways, because my children were in school, and any opportunity to show my flair, I took it on board. So if there was a school play or dress up or any project work, Anna was there, you know, helping the kids, whatever, birthday parties, theme parties, sleepovers. Yeah, I had so much fun. Face painting, you name it. And it was lovely, you know, because it's like a second childhood. You get to play again, and you have a license to play again, which is great. So my son then, my second child, started secondary school. So I was kind of thinking, well, I'm working part-time. I've now a little bit of extra time, not much, but what am I going to do? And I saw a sign for art class, and I joined up. And the reason I joined up was I could try anything, I could make mistakes, and I've actually learned more by making mistakes. And yeah, it was fun. And I walk in, I'm still going, I go to art every week, and I never miss it. It's my plug-in, I energize with art. My creativity just comes alive, and I never know what's going to come out, but I have so much fun.
And did you know fairly quickly that you had a real gift for it? It wasn't just, oh, I'm just having this is going to be just an amateur thing I'm doing?
Well, I suppose even as a child, I was called, you know, a bit of a dark horse. I wouldn't be shining my light too brightly. I would be very shy. Yeah, I suppose I'm left-handed, so I was different to the rest of my family. You know, I was the only, they were all right-handed. So from the get-go, I felt I had this superpower in my left hand. You know?
I love that.
I don't know. It's just, yeah.
That's a real childhood thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's paying off, isn't it? Always amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you go to a class and look at this.
Yeah.
I don't think you needed to go to a class, to be honest.
Oh, you do. You do, yeah, because as an artist, it can be quite isolating. Because, like, there's other people there, and we're all doing our own thing. We're all, you know, expressing ourselves in different ways. Some people like flowers, other people, and I'm there, and whatever we want to do, we have the freedom to do it.
And it's never a competition, because
It's
you're all
never
on
a
your own journey
competition.
of art.
Absolutely.
You know, and you're
that's the
painting what
beauty
means
of
a
it.
lot to you, guys. You know, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible, you know.
So they're all unique. Like, each of my paintings is unique, but each of the fellow artists that I work with, I absolutely admire, because there's a lot of things that I couldn't do.
Yes.
And then vice versa, they wouldn't, you know. I love to just let go and just see what happens. Other people are more, you know, prescriptive maybe, or something, but live and let live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then you're obviously then it got to the point where your children were reared. So you returned to college.
Yeah.
Incredible. And trained as a special needs assistant. And you're there 25 years now.
Well, no.
Is that right? No.
No.
Well,
there's another story
That's
there.
another story. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the next one, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
so I've always been office-based, and I would have gone to college and done marketing, so I would have had my marketing degree. But then when my children were young, I was working part-time. So I was working in an office for 25 years. And COVID kicked in, and I thought, do I want to continue on the same route, on the same path, journey? Or do I think about this and say, I've always preached to our children, follow your dreams, reach for the stars, do the best you can. Am I doing that? Am I true to me? And I thought, no, there's something else I want to do. So I went off and studied at night online, and I had my qualification. And then I had the dilemma, okay, do I leave my position after 25 years? Or do I keep on going and have my piece of paper and, you know, in the back pocket? And I took a chance. I trusted myself, and I said goodbye to my colleagues, and I was very grateful for those 25 years. So for a couple of months, for the first time in my life, I was not working. But I knew because I love being an SNA, that when I would go for an interview, that at some stage I would find the right school, and I have.
So you took on a new role. And,
I did.
And did you ever look back, or did you think, you know what, I had 25 wonderful years, and now, as you say, it's time now for a new
life.
Career? Was that just like, wow?
It was mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
You always have with this, you have the, you're just changing, it's beautiful.
Well, you know, I think if you stay the same, well, just for me, I'm just talking personally, you can become stale. And do you know what? It's like flowers. They have to get fresh water and, you know, new. And my creativity has, what would you say? It has produced
evolved.
more, and has produced more creativity. And I have a bigger audience now because I have more, you know, there's more staff. I'm in a bigger goldfish bowl, if you want to put it that way.
Onwards and upwards, isn't it?
Yes,
obviously. And it's good that you changed and you move on and you're not stable, you know?
Yes, I mean, change is good.
And I see that you're getting like feedback from people who are obviously interested in your paintings, and they'd like to see more people in your paintings. Well, was it always a landscape?
No, actually.
Because I'm looking at your mom here, you know, and you know.
Well, she's the only one I've painted a portrait of.
And could you paint other people in portraits?
I've thought about it.
Because look at that, that's incredible.
At some stage, I would like to do my dad because to balance it, but it's a gift, and to do it justice, I don't know whether I'd I knew my mum so well and my dad, so you know, you paint it with love. So I would have to know the person really well in order to bring out that uniqueness in a painting. That's, for me, it's not just a photocopy job. It's it's the glint in the eye. It's whatever you see. That's why
you need to know their personality traits.
That's it,
and have an idea of who they were and what made them tick.
That's it.
Because that's what you want to come across in a portrait, isn't it? Not just something that's...
My first love is semi-abstract. That's, you know, that's my go-to, because I can create whatever I want in my imagination. And it can be, the trees can be any colour, the sea can be any colour. Nature is wonderful, you know, so.
But that's where everything starts. Everything starts with the imagination. Everything that's created, it starts with the imagination.
But you have to feed your imagination. You have to have the freedom. You have to, you know, get out to nature and, take it in.
You've got an amazing imagination, that's for sure. And with People's Art in 2023. And that's the time your biggest painting was sold to date. So what was that exactly?
So I brought it into the studio to paint, and it was huge. And Morgan, who I'm with, he said, "Oh my God, Anna," I says, "I'll have to charge you rent, it's so big." And he said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Don't know yet," or whatever. So you could look at it one way, and it was like a candle. You could look at it another way, and it was like light from Newgrange, you know, the way at the solstice.
Yes.
You could look at it another way since now. I mean, it's sold, but in hindsight, I said, it could nearly be a tree, and then the light is coming into the tree, or you're in the tree and you're looking out. But yeah, so I had it on display in Stephen's Green, and this man, unknown to me, got off his bike on the Saturday, spotted it, took a photo, came back on the Sunday morning and said, I like that. And I said, what? And he says, yep, I want that. He said, I took a photograph of yesterday. You were busy talking to other customers. And he said, I showed it to my wife and we want it for her home. And I thought, wow, lovely. Because to me, I like my paintings to go to a good home, to someone who will love them as much as me. And he did. So yeah, it was a win-win situation.
Was it hard to let it go though? Or was it always the plan to let it go?
To be honest, I had done people's art in 2016. I wouldn't let anything go. Everything was very precious.
Yeah.
But you need to let things go. And I've learned that along the way. And when you realise that people appreciate it, then it's easier to let it go.
And would you look for them to send you a photograph of it up in their home? That'd be me, by the way.
Well,
you can take it, but you got to send me a picture.
No, but it was funny because initially when I did people's art at the beginning of the summer, I was with other artists. We did it as a group, and towards the end of the summer, I was on my own stand, which was great. But I remember this lady from Cavan came up, and she wanted to buy 2 small little paintings of mine. And I said, I was so excited. I said, Lisa, here, take the camera. So I've taken shots. Now, obviously, I wouldn't, you know, they're private. I asked their permission,
yes.
But I wouldn't be putting them up on social media or anything. But it was just, they loved, you know, the fact that they were bringing home a painting of mine. And I loved the fact that we were getting a photograph together, because that's my other love.
Photography.
Photography, yeah.
It's making memories, isn't it, photography?
It's making memories, but it's also as well, like when I started a new role, within a few weeks, the staff were going out for a meal, and I would be very shy. There was 20 of us going out for a meal, and I didn't know kind of how to introduce myself. So I go up and say, hi, I'm Anna. Do you mind if I take a photograph? You know, and I took photographs. I took about 20 by the end of the night. Everyone knew who Anna was, but I hadn't said too much. But I was able to share the photographs on WhatsApp. And it was my little way of saying, yeah, I'm here. I'm delighted to be here with you. But, you know, I won't be, you know, shouting or, you know, in my own little way, I connect with people.
Well, I'm sure they were delighted to have you there as well, because you've got a gorgeous personality. You say you paint what you love, and you like standing on the beach.
Yeah.
Obviously, the beautiful sensation of sea and sand on your feet, and who doesn't love that? Isn't it just?
I know. Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah. Sometimes even warm sand on your feet is lovely.
Yeah.
But we have here ebb and flow.
Yeah, that's
so
ebb and flow.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
But okay, it can be, you know, as I say, it can be sand and water. But to me, it's the ebb and flow of life. It's, you know, letting go and letting things in. So new changes for me at the time. So that's quite a recent painting. And I was complimented on it many times in Stephen's Green. But the best compliment I got was from a fellow artist that I'd never met before. And Anna was her namesake as well. And she says, Anna, I love that. And I said, do you? And I thought, yeah. Because as another artist, from one artist to another, you know how much time and patience and, yeah, that goes into creating something. Yeah.
And I also think that, you know, if you didn't know the name of it, you know.
Yeah.
People, especially in say, slightly abstract.
Yes.
everyone has their own opinion of what it is and what it means to
Yeah.
them. And I think
Yeah.
that's what it's wonderful about art.
Yeah. And it's
You
not
know?
everyone's cup of tea. I mean, you know, someone could look at that and say, that's too bright for me or whatever. But do you know what? It has a pop of colour. And when you walk into a room and see that on
Yeah.
your wall,
Absolutely.
it's,
I mean, that's going to
Because
just...
that's in my living room.
Well, I
That
was
is
just
not
going to say, in any living room. So that's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, no
no.
matter what. And then I love that you have ones that you can sell and ones that you say, no, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm keeping this one.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this one. I want to take you back to your childhood again before we end the interview.
Okay.
It's been wonderful having you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. So returning to your childhood, and we're now talking about exploring the woods and also new beginnings, which is absolutely fantastic. And we have Forest Girl.
Yes.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love the colouring, and I love this kind of like inner being, kind of ghost-like girl, just there, going through the woods.
Yeah. I mean,
beautiful.
You know, yeah. Like I walk through the woods, and sometimes they can be scary woods. Do you know, like they can be quite
I think
dark.
I'd have to be walking with somebody now in the woods.
No, it's not that bad.
Talk about imagination, he'd be running away with me.
But if you ever walk through a wood and you see the dappled light
That's
coming
gorgeous.
through the trees, it's beautiful. But if you take a photograph of a wood or a tree or whatever, you'll just see that. That's all you see. But with a painting, you can make it anything. You can make, you know, a tree purple or blue grass or green. It can be whatever you want it to be. It's like the Wizard of Oz, you know, it's just something magical. So I had painted that a couple of years ago, and it was hanging up in my kitchen. I'm very proud of it. It's a real wow factor, but there was always something missing, and I didn't know what. I had to figure it out, and I don't know whether it was just, you know, now working with children or whatever. And I thought, I went back to where that other person said to me, I would love, you know, if you had people in your paintings. And in all my paintings, I'm in all my paintings, I don't have figures, but I put Forest Girl in there because that's me.
Well, I was just actually going to say, when I
Yeah.
you know, saw Forest Girl,
Yeah.
that I presumed that was you as a little girl.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I saw in it.
it evolved. It evolved that way. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's what I think, and it's just, you know, the colours are so striking.
Yeah. I haven't even got it framed yet.
But it's
it's so fresh.
But it doesn't even really need to be framed.
No,
It has that
no,
kind of,
I know.
just says it all without
Yeah.
a frame. But I feel like everything is so vibrant, and then this beautiful girl is just like see-through.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
And she has all the time in the earth, and she has no watch on her hand.
Yes.
You know, time is standing still, really. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. That's probably well, your mom's is my favourite,
Yeah.
and then, but this, I love this.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely love this. You know, it's been fantastic.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Listening to your journey.
It's such a privilege to be able to come and to share with you.
Yeah,
really.
to share your life and
Yeah.
share your parents and your joy at painting and everything that you've done in your life up to now.
Yeah.
There'll be lots more happening.
Well, you know, I've a lot to be thankful for. There's, you know, everyone has ups and downs, ins and outs and stuff, but you know.
And there's always goals. There's always new goals and
That's it. Yeah.
new beginnings,
New horizons.
New horizons. You know, that should keep going on
Yeah.
for as long as it can.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, yeah. Once you have an imagination, sure, you can be anywhere.
Absolutely.
So the biggest journey, really, for me, has been within myself.
Well,
And I didn't have to go anywhere.
yeah. Go anywhere with imagination.
Yeah.
Well, you know, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Before we finish up this evening,
Okay.
I'd like you to tell me and tell the viewers at home how they can find you on social media.
Well, I wrote it down in case I forget it. So and I made this myself.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah. So it's artwork
Okay.
by Anna.
Isn't that just gorgeous? Artwork by Anna.
By
I love
Anna,
it.
yes.
Yes, so
Yeah,
artwork by Anna.
Yeah.
So they can check you out.
Creativity is running. I'd say if you cut me in half, I'd say it's just running through my blood, in my bones. Yeah.
Well, you were blessed with it.
Oh, thank you.
Because I don't think everybody is creative. I think we.
Yes, I think we are.
Yeah.
You know,
in their own way, though.
Yeah,
in their own way.
Yeah. Well, look, there's different forms of it.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you don't have to say anything at all.
Well, until the next time.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll come back to us again.
Oh, I'd love to.
At some point.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there you go, everybody at home. Wow, isn't she just wonderful? I love Anna. She's just so lovely to interview and just gorgeous, as you said, shy personality yet, but yet strong in many ways. And I've just enjoyed every moment of it, and I hope you have as well at home. Thank you for staying tuned. Check out Anna, and we'll see you all next week. And until then, on behalf of myself, Angel, and all the crew from the Irish Art Show, good night, take care, enjoy your week, and see you soon. Take care, good night.